Okay, guys, welcome to one of our last lessons of this section called Completing the Square. And what this does today is it converts standard form into vertex form. So just a reminder, standard form is when it's in ax squared plus bx plus c. And vertex form is a times x minus h squared plus k. And the reason we would ever want to turn standard into vertex is because the vertex of a parabola is really applicable in situations, and vertex form gives you the vertex so easy. So the advantage is it gives you the vertex easily. Remember, it's just h and k, opposite, same. So that's why we would ever do that. So how do we do it? All right, brace yourselves. This one is a little lengthy, but it's not, once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. So first step, move the constant to the other side. Okay, so the constant being the number that does not have a variable. We're going to move it to the other side of the wall. So over here. Now remember, when you move something, it becomes opposite. So now we have y plus 7 equals x squared plus 6x. Just follow me on the steps here. Okay, so we added the 7 over. Good. Step 2. Insert blank spaces on both sides. So now it's going to be y plus 7 plus blank equals x squared plus 6x plus blank. Okay, now we need to find the blank. So calculate your new blank value. A lot of teachers will call it c. Okay, so find your new c. Now, to find c, here's what you guys have to do. You have to take this b number, and I'm going to make a note up here. What you're going to do to find the blank is take your b value. You have to divide it by 2 and then square that result. That's what you have to do to find c. Okay, so what is 6 divided by 2? And then square it. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 squared is 9. So 9 is what goes in both blanks. Okay, you guys with me still? So now, why don't we clean up this side here? Let's just add like terms. It's y plus 16, right? Now on the right side, you factor. And here's the trick that always ends up happening. It ends up being x plus whatever the b over 2 was, and then it's always going to be squared. Okay, so I know this seems weird, but bear with me here. So this side is going to factor into a perfect square, always. And in class, we'll talk more about it. It's always going to be x plus b over 2. What was just the b over 2 part? 6 divided by 2 is 3, right? It's just that part. And then it's going to be the whole thing squared. Last step, get y by itself. So you're going to just subtract the 16 over to the other side. So final answer, y equals x plus 3 squared minus 16. Look at that. That is in vertex form. Y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Done. Okay, we got to do one more. So flip it over. Let's do one more. Okay, number 1. First step, bring the constant to the other side. So now it's y minus 5 equals x squared minus 4x. Okay, first step, constant to the other side. Next step, leave a blank. Y minus 5 plus blank equals x squared minus 4x plus blank. Great. How do we find the blank? So to find the blank, it's b over 2 squared. Okay, and this is b. So b is negative 4. Negative 4 divided by 2 squared. So negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2, and negative 2 squared is positive 4. Because when you square a negative, it goes away. Okay. So you fill that in for both sides. Now we clean it up a little bit. If you add like terms here, it's y minus 1, because negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. On the right-hand side, it's going to be a perfect square of what? Okay, so if you turn your paper around, it's x plus b over 2. Now, what was the b over 2? Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. So x plus negative 2 squared. But instead of plus a negative, I would just make it a big minus. Okay, and then the last step, you need to get y alone, so we have to add the 1 over here, and then we're done. Y equals x minus 2 squared plus 1. That is in vertex form. All right, that's it. That's completing the square, which gets you from standard to vertex form. Nice job, guys.